Hey everyone, this is Willis from Friendly Neighborhood Comics, and this is the Coffee Break Review. Now normally you see me do these in the comic book basement that I have, the Fortress of Solitude down my house, but today we're doing it from the shop, and my guest today is Bob Salley. He is the author of Ogre as well as Salvagers, and he's been a friend of the shop for a while now, and I figured this is the best time to do a new episode of the Coffee Break Review and sit down and talk to Bob about his new book, Ogre.
Thank you guys for having me, and yeah, we're just wrapping up my signing here for Ogre. It's number one of a 3-issue miniseries, and it's been an awesome ride. This book just hit shelves 2 weeks ago, and it's already sold out 3,000 copies, and it's been awesome to come in here today, meeting a lot of people that reserved their copies and wanted them signed, and then meeting new people that are getting in out of the rain, and introducing them to Salvagers and Ogre.
So I've sat down, I've read Ogre a few times, love the book. I really appreciate what you're bringing with the book, and a little bit of historical, a lot of sci-fi. It reminds me a little bit of what you're doing with Salvagers, but more in the classical sense. One of the things I picked up on, it kind of reminded me, for some of our fans out there, the Goon a little bit. What was your inspiration behind Ogre?
I think the inspiration behind Ogre was really just, I think, the way the world is right now, and we as people seem to be divided on so many different things, and just to have this character to come in who kind of doesn't see north or south or left or right, and he kind of is just trying to manage to get through on his own terms, but there's that distraction in the background, and it's great to see how a character who doesn't really care about that stuff go through life.
Nice. One of the things when I was reading it, I didn't really get a sense for, maybe you can help me out, are other people able to hear the ghost, or is it just the Ogre?
Him, yeah, just him.
So I know some of the other characters have an issue with him talking to the corpse, which is awesome, but I didn't know if they could also hear that in it.
Yeah, no, he's the only one that can talk to the corpse. Well, the ghost of the corpse.
Right.
Yeah.
Why is that?
It's just maybe a phenomenon, so he got hit in the head, and all of a sudden he can, like a little sixth sense, why could the boy talk to ghosts, and this guy can talk to ghosts, and this ghost that he's basically chained to is quite a character, and is trying to egg the reclusive Ogre to go on an adventure that he doesn't want to go on, and to go on it with people that don't want him there. So it's an interesting type of dynamic that you have, not just with the Ogre and the ghost, but with the other cast of characters that are in there as well.
Yeah, one of the things that, for those of you that will pick up the book, and hopefully you had a chance to get the book, because it was limited to 3,000, and we are down to our last
15 or 12,
something like that. It's flying off the shelves.
Which is a good thing.
We love for an independent book to just fly like that, because it says a lot about people that come in from Marvel and DC, but they're here and they're asking for Ogre. So that's got to be a great feeling.
It is a great feeling, it is, and it's just a great feeling that knowing that with Marvel and DC out there pumping their books out there, that there are people who are wanting something different, and are willing to take a shot on it. So all the people that have gone out there and bought Ogre, thank you so much. Sean and I truly appreciate the overwhelming support that we've been getting with it, and we're looking forward to continuing it.
So right now, Ogre, the first issue's out. Issue 2 is going to come out in, I think, a couple weeks.
It'll hit shelves. It's supposed to hit shelves on the 26th of November.
Okay, right before Thanksgiving.
I'm sure that Diamond will deliver them early, and shop owners will put them on the shelves early. So that's not a bad thing.
No, but it's scheduled to be 3 issues, and you have possibly another storyline in the same universe coming up as well?
Sean and I, we've enjoyed working with each other so much, and if anybody doesn't know who Sean Daly is, he's done a self-published book, Terraquill, which will be a Source Point Press book, and Samurai Grandpa, which also will be a Source Point Press book. He's not only is he an amazing artist, but he's a really talented writer as well. So it's been a great opportunity for me to work with him and grow as a writer. So, and we enjoyed working with each other. So we met at Fan Expo, and we were just talking about the project, and and we were both kind of like, let's do another one. So we decided to keep the Ogre theme going. We are doing another book that takes place in the same universe, totally different characters and a totally different storyline. You don't need one to appreciate the other, but if you do read both, you might kind of see little windows into the other story.
Excellent. And I don't want to lose the opportunity to also talk about one of your other books that we've been selling for the longest time, Salvagers. Both issues or trades 1 and 2.
1 and 2, and they're actually in previews.
Yep.
Currently 1 and 2. So if you haven't ordered it yet, you can order it at any local comic shop, preferably Friendly Neighborhood Comics.
Yes.
Which we've actually had a few people today order it who don't live in the area. Friendly Neighborhood Comics will ship that directly to you. So that's a great feature. I do get times where I talk to people where they want to know how they can order the book. They don't have comic shops near them. If you don't have a local comic shop near you, you can cyberly make New Friendly Neighborhood Comics your local comic shop.
Our neighborhood is throughout the world. We ship everywhere, and we've been a big fan of Source Point Press and Bob's for a while now. That's how we got the advanced copy of the second trade.
Yep.
And we carry all of Source Point. We have a Source Point section in the shop. So if you're looking for some great stories, I always recommend Source Point Press.
Great, thank you very much for that.
And what would you like to tell us about Salvagers?
Salvagers is it's blue collar science fiction. It's Guardians of the Galaxy meets Sanford and Son. They're not rebels, they're not explorers, they're just coworkers out there trying to make a buck in a dangerous galaxy without getting killed or kill each other. You being a shop owner, I'm sure that you and Slade sometimes don't always get along, so you bump heads, you want to kill them.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
But yeah, so when I conceptualized the idea, obviously Star Wars already had their rebels, Star Trek already had their explorers. I wanted to do something original. I couldn't stand my job at the time, and some of the coworkers that I had, I wanted to wring their necks, so I kind of funneled all of that angst into writing a book about coworkers out there that have a job to clean up wrecks in space, and it's all the dangers of the galaxy out there, pirates, pickers, militias that can also go out there and look to try to steal what they're out there to pay to do. It's like deadliest catch in space. It's a low life expectancy job.
And a lot of it reminded me of Firefly, and if you're aware, Firefly is being relaunched this month, November, as a comic book.
Yeah.
So we're going to do a Firefly Day, and that's a great time to couple Firefly with a really good book that you have a lot to read about, so you can get trades 1 and 2 at that point. So it's a good way to migrate into a book. If you're a Firefly fan, you're really going to like Salvagers as well.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
All right. With that, I want to thank Bob for coming
Thanks
and sitting with
me.
us today, and I'll see you guys at the comic book shop.